Shalom, Laha Alahayim, peace to the gods, Nawathan, Kohaloyimla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, HaKodash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone GMS who do rule well. Salutations, peace, and blessings upon the house of David. All right, the hopeful elect, the predestined spirits for salvation. Song with the governing body, the 144,000, 12,000 men, the tribes, 12 tribes of Israel, as well as the remaining 1/3 of men, women, and children, who are not only hearers of the gospel, but doers of it as well, rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of their ability. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect, spiritual commentary through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let's get right into it.
Guys, John here. Could we see the money printers turn back on?
To try to fight a global recession, central banks around the world have injected money into the economy at a record pace.
Interest rates go back to zero.
Remarkable emergency move by the Federal Reserve, bringing interest rates all the way down to zero.
Travel bans being enforced.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days.
And supply chains falling apart. Might sound far-fetched, but just a couple hours ago, 5 senators told Biden that he must prevent the spread of this illness by issuing a travel ban.
Now, he's saying a couple hours ago, so this video came out yesterday, so it's about maybe 12, 14 hours ago, all right? And you already have the legislative branch, because America has so-called 3 branches. It's really 4, but the executive branch, the judiciary branch, and the legislative branch, which consists of Elder Malcolm always talks about controlling the narrative. And that's why the media is connected so much with the government and with the elites, which are the Amalekites, the Edomites, but, a major majority of them are Amalek. All right, you Jewish people, small hats, right?
A travel ban. You have to ask yourself, if there's a travel ban on international flights, would there also be a ban on shipping, on distribution, on these ships? And the reason for it is if you have travel banned up here, but down below you have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of workers working in and off these ships, working these ports, that could potentially be what they consider a threat. Could this put everything on hold? Maybe we start to see situations where people are running to Costco and Walmart and Target like they did a few years ago, buying all the toilet paper, the detergent, the paper towels, the beans, the rice, and the water.
Customers have been snapping up everything in sight. Store shelves nationwide are dwindling or totally empty.
Could we start to see panic start to come back in? I'm not sure. But the fact that they came out 1 hour ago, 15 minutes ago, and they're all pushing for this, you look just on the news, 2 hours ago, 5 senators asked Biden to impose the China travel ban, right? This is Reuters. 2 hours ago, The Hill, Republicans urged Biden to suspend China travel amid the uptick, right? 29 minutes ago, on Marco Rubio's website, it says, Rubio colleagues up to Biden ban travel from China, prevent mystery illness, right? 57 minutes ago, 3 hours ago, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, you look at it, the writing's on the wall. We could walk into a very, very, very big problem. But if they start to handle this situation like they handled it a couple of years ago, you could start to see some real big changes in this economy happening overnight. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what's going on, what we know for now. And also on this channel, I talk about personal finance, real estate, business, and money. That's all I talk about. If you need medical advice, you can speak to your own advisor. You're not going to get any medical information or medical guidance custom to you here. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a licensed physician. So speak to your own advisor. Please hit the like button, hit the like button. People share this content to educate people about what's happening in America and the world. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you out. My company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, any negative item under credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session. Take a look at this. So when you're looking at how fast this thing's ramping up, it's very, very concerning. So a group of 5 senators have written to President Biden demanding he implement a travel ban on China due to an alarming spike in an unknown respiratory illness inside the communist nation. The letter, penned by these 5 senators, calls for Biden to immediately restrict travel between the U.S. and China until more information is gathered about the dangers posed.
And then now that I'm looking, it's all Republicans. You see? And then 5 means power, right? So, your so-called Republicans was the ones that, are you crushing the American economy by locking everything down? When they're the ones that's trying to stop it by doing travel bans and could have potentially do a supply chain cutoff with one of our main, merchant clients, whatever, Moab.
By this. So you think about how radical that is to ban that travel, right? Not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's radical. It's very, it's an extreme move. And we, before the last couple of years, would never hear of that ever, right? But now this is getting thrown out there like this is some type of solution. But how would this be a solution? Because even if the U.S. does ban it, what about other countries? People going, to the UK and then going here from other areas, or, it doesn't make any logical sense structurally. How would this actually prevent anything? There would have to be some bigger, global effort in play. And that, unfortunately, looks like it's not far off, right? So we could see some type of huge play here that could happen that could change the global economy. And I'm going to show you exactly how that's going to kind of, they've been talking about this for a couple of years. So I'm going to show you how this is likely going to work out. So this also came out, a couple hours ago. What is white lung syndrome? The Ohio child pneumonia outbreak. So they go on to say the outbreak of the pediatric pneumonia cases in Ohio is causing concern among parents worried that the spread of this illness is linked to a surge in similar cases in China and other countries around the globe. Ohio is the first state in the U.S. to report an outbreak of the illness with an extremely high number of children being hospitalized. So 142 pediatric cases in Ohio, Warren County, since August. And the number of cases exceeding the country's definition for what they consider as an outbreak. However, officials do not think it is respiratory disease, but rather a large uptick in the number of pneumonia cases. So we will see. But look at this. So this came out 2 hours ago, not even an hour and a half ago, 1:21 p.m. Right now it's 2:51. So look, an hour and a half ago, 513,000 views in an hour and a half, right? So when you refresh at 513 all the way to, picked up another 30,000 views. So Massachusetts has become the second U.S. state to report a large uptick in the number of these child pneumonia cases. It's a mysterious viral outbreak. So when you look at all these comments, people are talking about, is this going to be 2.0? Is it? It could be. It honestly could be. At this, in this world, there's nothing stable. No one knows what's going to happen. But when you look at what they're saying here and what they've been saying the last couple of years, you can put 2 and 2 together that we're going to be walking into something that's going to be far crazier than we've experienced the last couple of years. We're not going back to 2018. We're not going back to 2019. This is the new normal. Get ready for uncertainty. But the thing is, how do people hold on during a tough time like this? Let's say, for example, everything does close down. Let's say, for example, these 5 senators, they tell Biden to do what they just said, and Biden moves forward with it. Maybe everything starts to close down again. How will people be able to make ends meet if the money printer goes back on, inflation gets worse, and we start seeing interest rates go back to 0, and people are already to their teeth in debt? It's going to be a big, big problem because wages will likely continue to have a harder time to make ends meet. People are going to start defaulting left, right, and center. And especially you start to, you look at a situation where people are worried about their kids, they're going to prioritize everything around their children, their family. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to be worrying about paying back to creditors, paying back student loans, paying back auto loans. You're going to start seeing defaults left, right, and center. And banks are going to be taking bigger and bigger losses because of this. I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but I'm saying it's likely that we're going to start to see harder times ahead. That's what I'm saying. Look at what they're saying here. This is May 23rd, 2022. And they say, are we doing enough to prevent the future, right? The future ones. Now, when you scroll down here, it says, the latest G7 summit attracted support for the ambitious proposal of a new global pandemic radar. Almost a year on, now's the time to turn these warning words into concrete financial commitments and a fresh resolve to make it happen, given into fatigue will only repeat a panic and neglect cycle the last 20 years. The value of these investments will be contingent on political leaders pledging to follow the insights they generate, as the last 2 years have shown. Acting early and decisively in the face of any new or emerging disease saves lives, protects our healthcare systems, and avoids preventable damage to economies and livelihoods. Surveillance has more than proved its worth. But now, if you follow it, with the possibility of new epidemic and pandemic just around the corner, we cannot leave this to chance, right? Surveillance. Now, if they say, maybe a travel ban wouldn't do anything. It would have to be some type of surveillance, right? But fortunately, March 28th, 2022, he's already made a historic investment in this preparedness and dive defense in fiscal year 2023, right? So you start to look at what's happening here, things are probably going to get crazy, right? Things are probably going to get pretty crazy in the near future with how the world operates, how the world moves. Everything is going to start to go strictly digital. I mean, I'm talking digital everything.
Let me repeat what he just said, and I'm gonna let him play it again. Did y'all hear that? Elder Apostle Tahar Force. Did y'all hear that? Let's run it back.
In fiscal year 2023, right? So you start to look at what's happening here, things are probably going to get crazy, right? Things are probably going to get pretty crazy in the near future with how the world operates, how the world moves. Everything is going to start to go strictly digital. I mean, I'm talking digital everything.
Everything is about to go digital. I mean, strictly digital everything. If y'all don't think Yahweh Shah is coming back in our generation, then you have a stumbling block given unto you by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. Let me get that real quick. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So while you in it, you're supposed to be measuring it, okay? Which is the Bible, okay? The measuring stick. And when thou seest part of the signs past, the prophecies, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, and he'll visit the world through his son, Yahweh Shah. Okay? So the MOTB is literally right around the corner. So we know that this is the time that Yahweh Shah is coming, man. All right? They saying that it was a test run. And now we going into the real thing, man. And then notice they keep pushing that kid shit. Children pneumonia. We all know how America, using that narrative with kids and how, now we got to do something. It's the kids. I'm telling you, this shit about to get crazy. Just like he's saying. But the prophet's been saying it on the streets, because that's where wisdom uttereth her voice.
Look at this. 19 has extracted unfathomable toll on our nation and the world, causing millions of deaths and trillions of dollars in economic losses globally, and highlighting the interdependency between our nation's health security and that of the world. Throughout the pandemic, Americans and people around the world have personally experienced the health, social, and economic impacts caused by this.
So look, right? He already made a plan, a budget. Everything is financial with these devils. The love of money is the root of all evil. So I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 10. And I'm going to read real quick. Verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness, which they have prescribed. You see? So you written it aforehand, to prescribe, to write before. So in the 2023 fiscal year, which it really starts in the 3rd and 4th quarter of 2022, you already knew that a year and a half from that point, all right, was all of this shit that's about to come down, 2.0. All right? You see what I'm saying? So they already had the laws in place. Oh, well, we don't have to. We could be $33 trillion in debt, but we'll pay for this and do
And
this.
19,
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, these is see, a long time ago, and I've heard it from Elder Pastor Dahar, but the elder out there in GMS Houston, Talakia, I forgot his name. But when I was watching the Thursday night, update that they be doing of the world news and all of that, he was like, yo, man, Elder Pastor Dahar said, constantly, he still remembered to his day, these Edomites is going to really show you they horns, man. And unfortunately, it's going to take y'all for him to show them the horns to show that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
And response has illuminated both longstanding and newly discovered limitations in our local, national, international health systems and health security capabilities. It also has resulted in an unparalleled multi-sectoral whole of society response, which has galvanized breakthroughs, innovations. Biden-Harris administration has made great progress in combating 19, building better health security to protect against future pandemics and other health emergencies. However, much more is needed to prevent future biological catastrophes. In America and around the world, people want to know, what can we do to stop future pandemics? We must increase and sustain our investments across U.S. governments to better prevent.
So, this shit is crazy. Hegelian dialectic. So what people you asked, you feel me? Oh, the people want to know, what can we do to stop future? So you created the pandemic. You see what I'm saying? And then now you making up people to be like, oh, well, y'all government. See, people worship the government, bro, as if they God. The scriptures talk about how he going to show that Egypt are not God, but are men, for those that trusteth in their chariots and their this and their that. You see what I'm saying? Yo, I'm telling you, man, the Most High is going to have a serious judgment upon. Matter of fact, the eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful nation, the hypocritical nation, roughly paraphrasing. This is why the angel, the chariot science, the so-called UFO science, is so astronomically higher than anywhere else in the world, but right here in Babylon. You see what I'm saying? This place is wicked, bro. Wicked. Wicked.
Detect and respond to pandemics and to build a safe world and secure biological threats. When they start to talk about, countermeasures, pandemics, like it's all about the infrastructure. It's all about technology. It's all about surveillance. So you start to look at how this is going to,
It's all about the infrastructure. It's all about technology. It's all about surveillance. You couldn't pick three better words to talk about the B system, the MOTB, man, the RFID hit. The infrastructure is here. The technology is here. They want to fully surveil you by putting it in your body. Just like with your phone now, you can walk anywhere. You got Snapchat, you can see where people is at with their little emoji shit. You feel me? You go live, niggas pull up. You see them World Star videos. When this shit is inside you, they control everything. And then now you're going to be using that to buy and sell. It's not that hard to get, man. The radio frequency identification computer chip, subdermal implant.
Change, I believe, everything. I believe that's what we're walking into. I think we're going to walk into a change of everything that we once knew as normal. And I think people need to get prepared for it. That's what I think. I don't know if this is going to be the one. I really don't, because I'm just reading the headlines just like you are. I don't know. This could be. It could be. Maybe it's not. Maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's completely forgotten. But I would bet more than likely, if it's not this one, it's going to be the next one right around the corner.
Right.
People need to get prepared for it.
Right.
We're not going back to a situation where in 2020 and 2021, people thought, hey, we're going to go back to 2018, 2019.
Well, Ben, that's pretty much it. So what's happening? The prophecies. See, we look at everything through a scriptural lens. I hope you are ready. What are we supposed to get ready for? Okay? Really, the second advent of Yahweh Shai. That's what we're supposed to get ready for. You see? We're supposed to hold on fast to what thou hast. Let that no man may take thy crown. You see? Jeremiah 30:7. Right? It says, alas, for the day is great and none is like it, for it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is that he? The elect, right, of Israel. Really the elect man of Israel. And by default, you know, the women or the children, you know, connected, you know, to these men. You see what I'm saying? Lord willing, however the Most High want to set it up, you're right, is, you know, is going to be saved as well, you know. But wisdom and knowledge, Isaiah 33:6, shall be the stability of thy times. See, that's how we get ready. What do we have wisdom and knowledge of? These scriptures. It's true. You have to get it while you can before the famine of the word hit, man. You know? It's about to get real crazy. And a lot of, oh, damn, I don't know this, or I don't know that, or these breakdowns, or whatever. You know, we should be reading, we should be studying, we should be praying, you know. So if he's saying on a carnal note, I hope you're ready, he's talking about financially. We saying spiritually, are you ready spiritually? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to get through what's coming, through the spiritual covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know? So yeah, it's happening. These prophecies, the vision is speaking, and it will not tarry. Okay? And we've been waiting for it. And the Most High, through his son, you know, through the angels, you see what I'm saying, is hearing the prayers of the elect, man. You know? So, hey, man, something is going to pop. 2024 going to be a hell of a year. I wouldn't be surprised if Elder Apostle Tahar called 2024 the year of the purge or some shit like that. They already have a movie, Purge, election year. They see, these devils know what's going down. You feel me? Some real wicked left hand enchantment, witchery, warlock, fuckery, Aguan. You know? With Isa, Evil, you know? And Slakia, man. I'm about to, after this, I'm about to do another video, Lord willing. I needed some sleep yesterday, man, and I felt crazy. Not even on the physical tip, but I'm like, yo, I ain't doing video. So I'm going to go and do another video, man. I'm going to leave it at this little 22-minute, you know what I'm saying, quick hit spiritual commentary. But I'm about to go make some tea. I know y'all hear my voice sounding crazy. Get some garlic like the brother told me. Some mint, some ginger. Burdock root, dandelion root, got the real roots. You know what I mean? Hit that up. You know, take care of y'all health, brothers. Y'all see me in a few. Shalom.